Hey guys, Cam here with another video. Today I just wanted to share with you all a new publisher that I came across a couple of weeks ago. Even though I say a new publisher, I do believe that they have been publishing stuff in English for maybe the past 6 or 7 months. I hadn't heard of them before, and they are releasing pretty cool stuff, so I thought it would be good to share it for whoever hasn't heard of them before. So let's dive straight into it. The manga publisher I'm talking about is Kana. Now, these guys are based in France, so Kana is affiliated to this other company here, which I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce, but they have been publishing for quite some time now in French and Dutch, but now they are entering the English market, and they have quite a few cool looking titles that we're going to have a look at now. We're going to go through some of the titles, how many volumes some of these titles have in total, and then just a very short description of each one of these ones. Now, some of these descriptions I have taken from the site itself, so I will leave a link below for anyone that wants to check out a little bit more about the manga. But yeah, I'll try to make this video as brief as possible. Let's just dive straight into it. So we'll go with the first one called Ronin Rising. This is only a 1 volume, I believe. This is a sequel to the very popular comic book by Frank Miller called Ronin. So anyone that likes samurai stuff and, I don't know, Ninja Turtles and watched the cartoon Samurai Jack, this might be for you. We'll move on to the second one. This second one's called Scars. This one is a love story between a boy with a scar and an abused, misgendered classmate. This is this manga definitely will appeal more for those ones looking for a sort of slice of life, heartwarming story, you know, coming of age. This yeah, so this looks like it's aiming for that audience. Another manga. Sorry, we'll move on to the third one. This one's called Eden of Witches. This one has 6 volumes complete. This one follows the story of a young witch forced from her home by humankind. Will she be able to reawaken her powers to find a way to save her home? Now, I can't say I've read many magic style manga, but this one looks fairly interesting. Now we'll move on to the third one, or fourth, sorry. Next one is called Silence. It only has 4 volumes. In this one we follow the journey of a boy and his migrating village through a post-apocalyptic setting riddled with folkloric monsters. Now, I wouldn't have a clue what classifies as a folkloric monster, or if I'm even pronouncing that word properly, but I guess I will find out when I read it. Next one is Space Punch. This one has 8 volumes complete. This is set in a mafia governed city where 2 brothers find an artifact that changes their lives forever. This one looks like an action-packed, you know, your classic action-packed shonen manga. So yeah, I guess if you're looking for something a bit more action-packed, this would probably be for you. Now this last 2 probably appeal more to myself. So we'll go with Manhole. This one has 3 volumes complete. This is a horror thriller manga where we follow 2 detectives trying to solve a string of mysterious deaths until they come face to face with a much bigger conspiracy that threatens a man-made global pandemic. Like I said, this is probably definitely my cup of tea. I'm more into seinen manga, and I do believe that the word pandemic in this whole description probably makes the manga, it classifies the manga as a horror manga. I'm pretty sure a few of you can relate. And then the last one is called Leviathan. Now this is a survival horror sci-fi story. Now if that didn't catch your eye or piqued your interest straight away just by saying survival horror sci-fi story, that all of this is happening in space, surely that would definitely grab you and get you to buy the book. This is described on the Kana site as a sort of battle royale meets Attack on Titan, so that one definitely looks very interesting. Now, what I really like about all these releases from Kana is that they're not long. You know, most of them, or all of them actually, are below 10 volumes. So that short reads, they're not a big commitment. They're not too expensive. So I think you know, there's quite a few titles there, and a sort of variety of different styles that hopefully will apply to everyone. Now, all of these series are still being published. I was only able to get my hands on the first 2 volumes for Manhole and Leviathan, but yeah, I do believe that they're still available everywhere. They're just slowly coming out. I'm not too sure what the publishing dates are for the upcoming volumes, but that 3rd volume for Manhole and Leviathan coming out in Australia around August. So I will show you quickly Manhole. So this is one of the first ones I got my hands on. This is the horror thriller manga. You can see it there, Kana. It's pretty cool. Publishing, whatever it is. Sorry, the word just escaped my mind. But this manga actually comes with a little dust jacket. It's pretty cool. Unfortunately, I can't show you all any of the art, as it's all obviously R-rated. But what I can say about it is that if we compare it to a Viz Media volume, they are slightly smaller, as you can see there. So yeah, obviously that will, at least for myself, that I like to organize my manga by size, unfortunately won't be sitting next to Chainsaw Man. But anyway, so I've got volume 1, and here we go, volume 2, also again with the dust jacket. Whoop. I don't even know how much I can show of these, but anyway, that. So that's Manhole. Now the next one, as I said before, I got my hands on was Leviathan. I got the first 2 volumes of this, also again with its own dust jacket. What I really like about this manga is the black sort of pages here, very similar to, you know, Death Note, what's it called, Black Edition, or yeah, Black Edition, I believe. They look very cool. I reckon they definitely add more intrigue to the manga. I mean, even just by the cover, like, look at that art, is amazing. So yeah, the again, I can't really show you the art at all. R-rated, but the art looks very sort of Satoshi Kon, Akira-like. Now this one is actually a little bit bigger than Manhole. Yep, apologies, it's actually a lot bigger than Manhole. This is like the size of your, I guess, bigger Viz Media volumes, like 20th Century Boys or Pluto or stuff like that. So I'll compare it here against the Viz Media manga, and you can see it there. So definitely a lot bigger. Again, this one unfortunately won't be able to sit next to Chainsaw Man, but for anyone that likes to have all the same size manga next to each other. But yeah, so volume 1 and volume 2, again, I thought it would be pretty cool to share with you all. So yeah, check them out, Kana. Anyway, I hope that some of these titles have piqued your interest, and yeah, please comment below which ones you are thinking of getting. Do any of them pique your interest and you're going to get them? Have you read any of them? Yeah, let me know, and thanks again for watching, guys. I'll see you on the next one.